Most parents assume infant sleep safety is complicated, some mix of expensive products and conflicting advice from every website they open. The truth is nothing like that. The American Academy of Pediatrics has spent decades studying sudden infant death syndrome, and their research has narrowed the real risk factors down to a small handful of things that actually matter. Not gadgets, not gimmicks, just a few consistent, evidence-backed habits. This is going to change how you think about that crib in the other room and every choice you make before you lay your baby down tonight. Because science has now identified 6 things that make the biggest difference in safe infant sleep, and every one of them is something you can start doing tonight. 1. Your baby should always sleep on their back. Research from the American Academy of Pediatrics has shown that placing infants on their backs to sleep significantly lowers the risk of sudden infant death syndrome compared to sleeping on the stomach or side. The mechanism has to do with airway position. On their back, a baby's airway stays clearer, and they're less likely to rebreathe trapped air pocketed near their face. Picture laying your baby down after that last nighttime feed, gently turning them onto their backs, even if they fuss for a second. That one small motion is one of the most protective things you'll do all night. 2. Your baby should sleep in your room, but not in your bed. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends room sharing without bed sharing, keeping your baby's crib or bassinet in your room for at least the first 6 months. The mechanism is twofold. Babies who sleep near a parent tend to rouse more easily from very deep sleep states linked to SIDS risk, and a nearby parent can respond faster if something goes wrong. Picture your baby's bassinet parked right beside your bed, close enough to hear every small stir and sigh. You're not just nearby, you're within reach the moment they need you. 3. Your baby needs a sleep surface with nothing on it. Safe sleep guidelines call for a firm, flat mattress, completely free of pillows, loose blankets, stuffed animals, or crib bumpers. The mechanism is suffocation and rebreathing risk. Soft surfaces and loose bedding can shift over a baby's face, and their strength isn't developed enough yet to push it away. Picture that bare, simple crib. No cute matching bumper set, no cozy blanket tucked in. It looks stark. It's actually one of the safest rooms in your house. 4. Your baby's body already knows what a bedtime routine means. Research on infant sleep has shown that a predictable, calming wind-down sequence, the same few steps in the same order every night, helps regulate a baby's circadian rhythm over time. The mechanism is associative learning. A dim room, a bath, a quiet song repeated night after night become signals that tell your baby's body it's time to slow down. Picture running through the exact same 4 or 5 steps every single night, even when you're exhausted and just want to skip ahead. Your baby is learning the shape of nighttime, one repetition at a time. 5. Your baby can learn to fall asleep on their own, starting with one small habit. Sleep researchers often recommend the drowsy but awake approach, placing your baby in the crib while they're sleepy but not yet fully asleep, so they get practice settling themselves the last stretch of the way. The mechanism is building early self-soothing skills, rather than always needing to be rocked or held all the way into sleep. Picture laying your baby down, heavy-eyed but still blinking, walking away and letting them close that last small gap themselves. That tiny bit of practice tonight becomes an easier bedtime next month. 6. Your baby sleeps safest when the room itself is doing some of the work. Guidelines recommend keeping the room cool, around 18 degrees Celsius, and using a wearable blanket or sleep sack instead of loose blankets, since overheating is a known risk factor for SIDS. The mechanism is temperature regulation. Babies can't yet adjust their own body temperature as efficiently as adults, so the environment has to help. Picture zipping your baby into a soft sleep sack instead of tucking in a blanket that could bunch up overnight. You've built a small, steady, controlled world around them before you even turn off the light. Here's the thing worth sitting with. Safe sleep was never about doing something extraordinary. It was always about doing a few ordinary things, on purpose, every single night. You've been the one turning them onto their back without a second thought. You've been the one keeping their crib close enough to hear every breath. You've been the one clearing that mattress down to nothing but the essentials. You've been the one running the same quiet routine night after night, long after it started feeling automatic. You've been building a safer world for them out of small, repeated choices no one else will ever see. If this helped you feel more confident about tonight, we post new videos every week about the real science behind early parenting decisions. A like on this video helps other tired parents find it too, especially the ones lying awake wondering if they're doing it right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.